I'm back at one of my favorite places to photograph and film one of my favorite birds, and I've been told they have babies, little baby owls. So hopefully I can find them. These are the burrowing owls that live in the ground, and I just saw one over here on a perch. I'm gonna go check it out. The light isn't the greatest for photography, but I could probably get something out of it, so we'll see. It started to rain on me, so I had to put my stuff up. But there's one right here, perched on this perch. He's pretty cool. Looking right at it. Luckily, the rain only lasted a couple minutes, and I was able to get some really cool shots of this burrowing owl while he was out of the burrow and standing here perched. It's pretty cool how he just balances on one leg. These are such cool little birds. Keep in mind, these owls are pretty small. They're only around 10 inches tall or 25 centimeters. These things are so cool. Absolutely incredible. There's 4 of them right there, and they all look like they have such personality. Finally, I found an entire family, and the babies are almost already full grown. Look at them. There's 4 of them and 1 adult. That is so cool. Here. See him? The babies have like black eyes. Look at his wing. Oh God. That is so cool looking. You may have noticed how 3 of these owls have really dark colored eyes. I don't have any idea why this is, and if anyone who's watching knows, please feel free to leave a comment. If you've spent any amount of time around birds, you know that they do some really interesting stretches and poses, and apparently these owls are no different. It's cool, an osprey just flew over, and they all watched him in unison. I was taking pictures instead of video, so I got pictures of him moving from left to right. It's really cool. These things are totally awesome looking. So there's 5 of them right here, and this is just, what, the 2nd burrow we found? 3rd? Wow. And here's the series of shots from when the osprey flew directly overhead. It was amazing to watch them all move perfectly in unison as that bird flew over. And here are the settings I used for this series of images. I had an exposure compensation of plus 0.7. I think that was a mistake on my part. And if you'll notice, the focal distance was only 330 millimeters. You can get pretty close to these little birds. It's really easy to tell the difference between the juveniles and the adults because the juvenile owls have more of an orange hue to their feathers. You can see it really good in this image. And I think that might be because they've spent most of their life underground and the sun hasn't had the chance to really bleach out their feathers yet. The owls were just as surprised to see me as I was to see them. And this one, I think he's saying, oh my goodness, did you see the size of his lens? Here's a good still shot that features those really dark eyes I was talking about. Owls are interesting on their own, and to see one with really, really dark eyes like that makes the image even more interesting. Almost a little spooky. These are some of the most interesting birds I've ever had the pleasure of spending time with. Each one of them seems to have its own unique personality, and it doesn't take long to figure this out. I sat with this family for maybe 5 to 10 minutes and got some incredible images that really show off all of that personality. But it was time to move on and see if I could find some others. I was only able to find one more family of owls, and they weren't nearly as cooperative. But I did manage to get this really cool shot of a young owl as he peeked his head up out of the burrow. Next up was this pair of owls relaxing in the warm sun, surrounded by all that lush green vegetation. This is one of my favorite shots of the day. At this point, the sun was close to setting and I was losing light really fast. But I still managed to get a really good shot with some really nice light. I don't know if you are a Star Wars fan or not, but I am. And this picture of these 2 owls reminds me of the round-shaped droids from Star Wars, like R2-D2. So I can't help but say this. These are not the droids you're looking for. I know, that's pretty bad, but I had to do it. Aside from the bad acting on my part, this is still a pretty cool picture. And for my last photo of the day, I decided to try to get some really good backlighting with the sun setting behind the owl, and I did. I was able to get that nice orange highlight that you see right around the edge of the owl. What a cool experience it is to spend time with these birds. I'd like to take this moment and thank all of you for watching my videos and supporting my wildlife adventures. The response to these videos has been incredible, and I'm extremely happy to be sharing them with the world. Again, a big thank you to all of you. As always, feel free to share this video, click the like button, leave as many comments as you want. I really love hearing what people think of the videos, and don't forget to click that little bumblebee in the upper left-hand corner to subscribe.